Hello, I'm Rob Reynolds in Washington. Here are the main stories brought to you by Al Jazeera. More than 70 people have been killed in a NATO airstrike in Afghanistan's Kunduz province. Planes targeted 2 fuel tankers that had been hijacked by the Taliban. NATO says the majority of those killed were fighters, but officials admit some civilians are among the dead. Villagers were trying to collect free fuel from the trucks when they were hit. This incident occurred a day after U.S. Secretary of Defense Robert Gates said he may be willing to send more troops to the region. But Gates told Al Jazeera any decision on troop numbers will depend now on how U.S. Afghanistan Commander General Stanley McChrystal implements President Obama's strategy for the war.
I've had a number of reservations about significant additional U.S. troops. One of those is, as we were just talking, about whether our forces come to be seen by the Afghans at some point as occupiers rather than as partners. General McChrystal's point, which I think has great validity, is it's really how those forces are used and how they interact with the Afghan people that determines how they are seen by the Afghans. And I think that the approach that he has taken in terms of partnering with the Afghans and interacting with the Afghan people and supporting them mitigates the concern that I had.
The Yemeni government has suspended all major operations against the country's northern rebels. The government offered the Houthi rebels a unilateral truce so that aid could be delivered to civilians trapped in the conflict zone. The Red Cross says more than 25,000 people have been displaced by the fighting. The White House has condemned Israel's plan to build hundreds of new settlements in the West Bank, saying it will make peace negotiations much more difficult. Friday's unusually strong rebuke came as a group of West Bank villagers held their weekly protest against the Israeli separation barrier built on their land. And those are the top stories. Don't forget, you can keep up to date with all the news on our website. That's aljazeera.net/English. Once again, that's aljazeera.net/English. Stay with Al Jazeera.